Hello. It's a little bit ghetto today, but it's okay because sometimes that's what happens in show business. The show must go on. But y'all know who it is. It's me, Mi'ad. I'm your host of this show. We call it the Rampage. Woo! Welcome back to another week. Unfortunately, our engineer, he's a little bit late, so we was on double duty today, but gotta take one for the team, man. Show must go on. And of course, if you're listening on our website, wbcr.net. That's where you can hear my show and all the other amazing shows that we have live. And of course, if you want to see or keep up with more shows, we have our Instagram, WBCR_CUNY. The full episodes will be posted at some point. I know I keep saying at some point, but I found an editor, guys. There's an update. I found an editor. So the episodes will be up soon, and you can find those at WBCR_CUNY. And we have our advice segment. It's called 1-800-SEND-HELP. So you can email us or DM us on Instagram, the Rampage WBCR. DM us. We want to do advice, ask the community contributions. I don't even know what it's called. But yeah, you can reach out to us that way. And if you want, we can read out your advice, or you can ask us for advice. We're not professionals by any means, but, you know, we will try to help. So, yeah, just the email one more time, the Rampage, WBCR@gmail.com. And, of course, because we're on camera today, you know, I'm getting real good at this camera stuff lately. What was I going to say? Right, so visual descriptions for my visually impaired people. Today, I am wearing a white hijab. I'm wearing, like, gold hair clips with, like, fake diamonds on them. Gold glasses, because y'all know I can't see. A green, this isn't plaid, but I don't know, striped. But it got stripes going both ways. It's a green button-up shirt. Brown pants and white dirty Nike sneakers. Yeah. And of course, behind the camera is the lovely, the always working. I love her so bad. My girl Stacy. Woo!
Hey guys.
And of course, Andy is on the way, like I said. So he'll be a little bit late, but that's okay. So, without further ado, we have our topic for today. We're talking about bad first dates. Now, how this topic came to me was I was scrolling through Twitter, you know, as I always do. And then, yeah, this thread stopped me in my tracks. I was like, oh, this is a good thread. And it was like the worst date you've ever been on. And I was scrolling and I was laughing. I'm not going to lie. I was laughing real bad because some of them were like so ridiculous. We're going to read those a little later in the show. But I think right now let's start off with our definitions. As we always do every episode, we start with the definition of the thing that we're talking about. So for our intents and purposes, a date is a social or romantic appointment or engagement. This is from Oxford Languages. It's the first one that comes up when you Google. So how do we feel about the definition, Stacey?
What caught my attention was that they called it an appointment, and I never thought of a date as an appointment.
Me too. You know, I had that thought too. I was just like, an appointment, and then I was like, it kind of do make sense. It's a set time, a set place where you're supposed to meet somebody, and it is usually romantic. So I was just like, you know, maybe you're kind of right.
You know, you guys are like using up each other's time, so you guys do have to set up the right time for each other. So.
It does have to be an appointment, but calling it an appointment makes it feel a little.
It makes it sound like a doctor's appointment.
Literally, like a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, something like that. I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I do think it's pretty accurate. How do you feel about engagement at the end? A social or romantic appointment or engagement? I don't know how I feel about engagement.
Do they say that because, like, you two are engaging with each other?
I think so. Not like the ring is right here, please.
On
Take
the
me
first
now,
date.
please, please. Oh my God. Yeah, I think engagement is like you go to a thing and you're interacting with people. I think that's why they call it an engagement. Okay, so as much as I would love to go around the room, it really is just only me and Stacy in here. But it's okay. We holding it down for the team. It's okay. So Stacy, what is the worst first date you've ever been on, if you've been on one?
Worst first date?
Yes.
I don't have like a bad dating experience.
Okay.
I will say though that on a date that I went on once with someone, it was our second date.
Okay.
And I feel like I wasn't interacting with that person as much.
Okay.
Mind you, this was bowling. So
Okay.
like there were a couple of times where like it's my turn and like I strike the ball or whatever. And we talk a little bit, but I don't know what happened. I guess like I zoned out a few times. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
Also, especially if you're bowling, it's just you and another person. I feel like bowling is a group thing. It's not like a one-to-one
yeah.
thing. Maybe if you were playing like, I don't know. What is like a one-to-one sport? Maybe like table tennis or like something like that would be where it's like you're literally versing the other person. I think that would be more fun or more engaging. I'm trying to think. Have I ever been on a bad first date? I've never been on a date like in person. So all my dates have been like virtual or whatever. And most of those have just been like watching movies. And it's like, how bad is it? Like, I don't think it can go that bad when you're watching a movie with somebody like over Zoom. You know?
I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, like it can't. How bad can it get? I don't think it can get like that bad. So that's literally, and none of those have been bad. So there's that. But we asked the community yesterday, and we did get some responses. So I want to hear from the community. Oh my God! Hey, it's our engineer.
Finally.
Woo. Actually, this is perfect. Should I ask you the question now, or should I wait for you to like get settled? All right. We're going to give Andy a second. So we're going to read from the community. I don't know what I'm going to call y'all. The Rampagers, Rampagees.
The Ragers.
The Ragers, the audience, the listeners. I don't know what to call y'all, but we are going to be hearing from y'all directly. Let me see.
I got
what
the
was
first
said.
one.
Oh, you could share the first one. I'm still pulling it up.
An unemployed dropout wanted to take me to the movies.
Oh.
Do you know who said that?
I know exactly who said this. Also, we're going to get to this also a little later, but there's like a list of like, I don't know if y'all have seen it, where it's like a list of like bad first date spots. And it's literally like a list of like 20 different spots of like never, you've seen it, right?
I
It's like
saw that
never
too.
ever take somebody, never ever take a woman here on a first date. Nah, bro, the list made me laugh. I'm not even gonna lie. That was hilarious. But unemployed dropout is crazy. Literally crazy. Okay. So I have the next one. It says, wanted to ask a girl to prom on a date I planned, but she got asked before by somebody else. I still went on the date. She had said yes to the other guy before I had the chance to ask.
He went on the
yikes.
date still with that girl that he was going to ask?
He said he went on the date, but she said yes
To the other guy first?
to the other guy first.
So how did you go on the date with him?
This don't make no sense.
Unless she took both of y'all out.
Maybe she took both. She took them both out on a date. Imagine. Okay. That one, I don't know. I'm not too clear on that. So whoever sent that in, if you could send us a clarification, that would be nice. Do you want to share another one? Or
No, that's all I had.
that was all you had? That's okay. We have another one. This one made me laugh. Okay. She ordered something with cheese in it, knowing there was cheese in it. And then she had to call a car home because she needed to poop or throw up or something.
She told him that?
If you were lactose, this is the thing. The lactose intolerant people, they don't ever care about their own health, their own body, how their body's going to react to dairy. So I see this. The lactose intolerant people, they dead don't care.
But, like, don't do that on your first date knowing how your body's going to react.
So it's just like, just eat food that you know. Why put people in uncomfortable situations? I feel like, I don't know. I don't know why people do this, man. I have no idea why people do that. But, all right. So I think that's all.
What was the question?
We got from what's the worst first date you've ever been on?
Worst first date. That's a. Damn, you're trying to expose me.
Yeah. Why not? Just say it.
The fact that she thought that we were just only strictly friends, and
Ooh.
yeah.
You didn't make it clear beforehand that
yeah, it was definitely clear.
So then.
But the lack of communication on her side, just wasn't working out.
She didn't tell you that she wasn't feeling you like that.
Yeah.
And you found out on the date, or?
Hints during the date, but also after.
Oh.
Especially like when it's like via texting, when like you can see that it's dry.
Ah.
But that was like a long time ago.
Damn, dude. But like on the date itself, like how was it bad? She just wasn't feeling you?
Yeah.
That was it?
But even then, like when she would respond, like just the energy wasn't matching. You could just tell right away.
I hear that. All right.
Yeah. But you live and you learn, that's how
you do. You definitely do. Also, I just feel like some people are just like insane a little bit. And not like the good kind. I feel like people are insane. So I wanted to go back to the thread that I was talking about that inspired the episode and open it up for y'all so we could laugh together. Hold on as I get it on open. Okay. Where is it? I gotta dig for it now. Here we go. Okay. Where is it? Oh, my date drank from the finger bowl. That was the first and last date.
From the finger bowl? What is that?
Okay, so some like very fancy restaurants, they have like a bowl that you like basically like clean your hands in. So it's like a bowl of water like this, and you just put your hands in it and you clean it like before you eat. This is very like upscale, high-end restaurants usually where they do that.
Oh, I know.
But she drank from the water.
Oh my
and he
God.
was like, that's the first and the last. Yikes. Wait, no. Oh my God, why would you do this to me? Now I have to go dig for it again. I hate it here. What's the next one? Okay. What else? He asked me for gas money to get back home.
Why do people do this to themselves?
Don't be embarrassing, bro. If you wanted to take somebody out, you gotta have the funds to take somebody out. I would never.
Wait, my brain is processing. He asked her for gas money to take her home?
To get back home. I don't know if he was gonna take her home or not. That's not clear.
Because some people are like that. They'll be like, oh, I'll drop you home, but like you have to give me the gas money.
I don't like that either. If you're trying to take somebody out, just take them out.
Right.
Commit to the bit. Oh, this. Ooh.
How do you feel about like, if a guy doesn't have a car and then the girl picks him up?
I mean, if you don't have a car, then you don't have a car. I mean, it is what it is.
You think it gets made up? It gets made up by him, paying for the meal?
Probably, yeah. Probably. I mean, it gotta even out somewhere. I feel like it gotta even out somewhere. Okay, the next one. I was wearing a cute, nice dress and heels, and he came in a brown chino, flip-flops, and a Barcelona t-shirt.
Oh, gosh.
This kills me so bad.
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops, and she's wearing a nice dress and heels. I would be so mad if this happened to me. Like, so mad. Like, y'all have no idea. Please come dressed like you have some sense.
Please put effort into your outfit.
Please. Oh, my God.
He
Please.
thinks he's at the beach.
Huh?
He's thinking he's at the beach.
He's thinking he's at the beach. He's somewhere else entirely. Barcelona t-shirt. That's what really got me. Barcelona t-shirt and flip-flops. Jail. You deserve jail time. 100%. What is...
I have another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone coming in 2 hours late for the date.
That's
but
not.
They let it slide because they were already dating.
Oh, well, I mean, if they're already dating, then that's not the first date. But 2
2
hours is
though,
a lot.
Like, even an hour itself is not. It's like
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like
It's
it's more reasonable if it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe 45, but not even like the maximum would be 30 minutes.
How long would you guys wait if someone was late though?
Ooh, I feel like more. I mean, it depends. Are they giving you updates as to like where they are, or like no updates, no nothing?
So like, okay, 2 scenarios. One where they're not giving you updates.
They're not giving you updates. Anything more than an hour is trifling.
Okay. Andy?
I would say like they have to give me like some form of communication. Like if it's already like before let's say the date is at like 5 p.m. and I'm already there like at 4:30, but they're telling me like in beforehand they're gonna be there 20 minutes late. At least they're communicating that, so like I'm more likely to stick around. But like if they there's no like communication, and then like 30 minutes in and then they just send you, oh, I'll be there like late like for the next 10 minutes. Nah, it's not gonna make me want to stay. I'm gonna dip.
So how long are you waiting if no one is telling you anything, like no communication at all? How long are you gonna wait?
It would have to be 15 minutes.
Damn, you strict.
Yeah.
You're very strict. Oh my God, y'all. I'm kind of scared a little bit because I'm late to everything.
Me too.
However, I do communicate with people that I'm going to be late. I left my house late. I'm going to be there in like 35 minutes. Like I give people estimations. So I'm not like playing in your face, but I do be late. And this for all my late girlies. We in solidarity right now. All my late girlies. It's okay. It's okay. Just communicate. That's okay. Is there another one of... Oh, my God. Okay, I'll never forget how he ordered a platter for 6 for himself, a bottle of wine, and forgot his card at work, and he never refunded me.
Yeah, that's a red flag. How you gonna forget your card?
Big red flag. What are you doing? You ordering food for 6 people, and you can't pay for it? Sir, should you be dating? I don't think you should. I don't think you should.
It's like same with like who pays the tab.
Right. It's just, I don't know.
How
do y'all feel about paying the tab? Who do you feel like should pay the tab? If it's a man and a woman on a date, how do y'all feel?
I mean, it depends. Like if it's in the first date, some people say 50-50. Some people say nah. It's the like, especially like old tradition where the guy has to pay for everything. It just depends on the person. Like me personally, I would pay for the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. What do you think, Stacey?
Me personally, I'd say I want the other person to pay.
Right.
But I would still bring money just in case someone tries to pull a move. Like what you just said.
Because, ew, why are you moving? Like, people move very scary.
I also...
Like, extremely scary.
I also don't mind going 50-50. But then also I've heard people say, like, it depends on who asked who on the date. It's like if I asked, then like I would have to pay.
Yeah.
So
I've seen people say that as well, but I just feel like, I don't know, if you like me, you would take me out and you would pay for everything. I just that's how I see it. Sorry, the man has to pay. Sorry, man has to pay. That's my position. I do like the whoever asked somebody out has to pay, because I feel like that makes the most sense. You initiated it. Right. So like you should be able to follow through. So I see that point of view as well. But I feel like if you're taking me out and you're a man, you need to pay. Thank you.
I have 2 more in mind.
Yes,
actually.
yes. Please share.
So the first one is Okay, so a friend went on a date with a guy in a nice restaurant, and he came in wearing PJs. Sir, did you just wake up and decide to come in?
Jail. Why are you coming on a date in your pajamas? What made you think that was even an option?
Right.
Could it even change before you got there? Oh no. What are you doing if somebody shows up in their pajamas? Like, genuinely, what are you doing?
I wouldn't know how to react.
Exactly. I wouldn't know if you're like pranking me. Is this a joke? I don't know what's going on here. don't know. What do you do? What do you do? Andy, what would you do if you on a date and somebody shows up in pajamas to your date? So embarrassing, bro. And it's a nice place too.
Yeah.
Jail. Jail time.
Like even stepping out, like even coming out from your house and like, you know, getting off to the first steps. Like, what are you thinking? Like,
literally, what are you thinking? Even if you're rushing, bro, like, I think that's very acceptable time to be late, where you could just go put on a different outfit and then go. But like, bro, I can't. Pajamas?
At least bring some jeans, but like not pajamas.
Jeans.
At least change,
Something. Pajamas was very wild. Extremely wild. Why are people moving like this, bro? Why are people moving like this? Oh, this one. Okay, I thought this was kind of funny. He came to pick me up, and his dog was in the passenger seat, and he asked me to sit in the back.
Oh.
I opted to drive my car, and then the whole date he was talking to the dog in baby language, and when he talked to me, it was about the dog. I told him he already had a B word in his life. There was no room for me, and I left. How are y'all reacting to that?
Is he dating me or the dog?
Literally, like why? What is going on here? What is going on?
What kind of date is it where you're bringing the dog with you, too?
I know.
Is it like hiking or what?
I don't know. Maybe he just dropped the dog off at the vet. Maybe he just brought the dog to the vet. I don't know. I don't know either. What situation would require you to bring a dog on the date?
I don't even know what to say.
Exactly. The entire time you're bringing the dog. We just talking about the dog the whole time? No.
Right.
No, thank you. I think she made the right move because, I don't know, it's giving obsessed. It's giving obsessed. I don't like that.
So the next one that I have is...
Please share.
It's a video that I saw recently, actually. A girl had moved to Atlanta, and so she didn't know anybody. But then she opened up like a Bumble account and met somebody there. Right. And she went on a date. And I think she was telling the guy how she like needed help with her furniture, and he offered to help her. And she basically told him like, okay, yeah, like I'll give you like some money for it, you know? Okay. So the next day comes where, you know, he comes over. He came over early in the morning too. Okay. And he started right away. They were talking, they had a great time, they got food together still, you know, in her apartment. The end of the day comes where, like, he's going home, and I think she said that they hugged each other goodbye. And then, okay, so basically, like, she told him, sorry. He said to her, I'll send you my Zelle information so you can give me the money. Keep in mind, she told him, I'll pay you for helping me with my furniture, right? Right. So she said that rubbed her the wrong way, and then she barely spoke to him after that, and she kind of cut him off. And when I heard that, I was like, girl, like, why did you cut him off when you told him that you would pay him? You did
offer, and he said, okay, I'll give you my information so you can pay me, but I don't know.
But then also, like, he came in early in the morning. Like, this is his time.
He was working.
Right.
That whole time. So I feel like, you know, he did kind of put in a shift a little bit.
Right.
It makes sense.
And then, like, y'all had a good time talking to each other, too. It's like, why are you getting upset when you did offer that, you know?
You did offer.
It'd be different if you didn't mention, like, oh, I'll pay you. And then he was like, oh, like, I'll send you my info for you to pay me. And it's like...
Yeah, then it's like, I don't...
Right.
But you did offer, so I think it's fair for him to expect money because you said, I'll give you money. So,
right.
Yeah. I don't think she should have been weird with him about that. Also, the thing about, I feel like the entire city of Atlanta, I think you know what I'm about to say. The entire city of Atlanta, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what's in the water, but I just feel like the opinions that come out of there, the people that come out of there, I'm talking like the men, the women. I feel like just everybody a bird in Atlanta.
Girl.
Everybody's a bird in Atlanta. Something needs to be done about that. But, okay, it is time for us to take a break. Love y'all. This conversation's been really, really fun. We'll continue it after this song. This is Young Love by Cleo Soul. See you after the break. I took some liberty to think to myself when I was planning this episode out. I was like, why do first dates go so bad? And why do so many of them go so bad? So I was really just like thinking in my mind, like, why do they go bad? Why do you think first dates go so bad, Stacey?
Could be because like someone's nervous. They don't know how dates work or like what to do, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. What about you, Angie? Why do you think first dates be going bad?
I just say it's the wrong timing and the lack of communication, to be honest.
That's why first dates go bad? Lack of communication and bad timing?
Yeah. Especially like if like you're down for a specific location, but if she's indecisive or like, oh, she doesn't want this or she doesn't want that. Because most of the time the guy will usually like, you know, like say one spot, but then if she doesn't feel it, then you have to find another spot. And then,
but I don't think that's bad timing. I think that's just planning, and that comes before the date, no?
Yeah, it's true. But then you know how sometimes people always change their minds at the last minute, whether it's the guy or the girl.
Really? People be doing this? Yeah. At the last second, they're just like, no. Interesting.
Have you also heard of cases where, you know, sometimes the girl takes forever to get ready? Or the
guy takes forever? Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So, some reasons that I came up with as for why first dates be going so bad. In my mind, I was just like, okay, nervousness, like Stacey said. Sometimes you really want to make a good impression. And then it's just like, I don't know, maybe things aren't coming out how you want them to come out. So, you know, you kind of ruin that in the process. And also, like we talked about earlier, some people just lack social awareness. There's some rules, some social conventions that we have. I don't know if it's just like American culture or maybe just like everybody, especially if you live in New York City, you're around a bunch of people who like, not everybody was raised the same. So some people think that doing one thing is okay, and someone else might be like, ooh, this is a big no-no. Like wearing a wrinkled shirt or not putting effort into your outfit or how you look when you're going to meet somebody. Especially
showing up in PJs.
Romantically for the first time, you're interested in this person and you're showing up and you look crazy. You look a damn mess. Like, I don't know. That's just, it's a certain social awareness you gotta have, you know? Also, there's just like things you say and things you don't say on a first date, like commenting on somebody's weight, like that's not cool. Or just like, what else? Some people just be saying crazy stuff on first dates, and it's just like, no. Big no. Yeah, and I think people just don't know what to do on dates. Like some people, especially if you're young and, you know, I want to say COVID stole some years from people where it's like they forget how to act. I'm just going to use that as an excuse because I feel like it's a valid excuse for everything. But, like, some people really just forgot how to act. Like, all those years that you were in the house. And now you don't know how to talk to people. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it, too. And also, it's hard to be yourself when you don't really know somebody. And you have to, like, gauge, not interest, but just, like, gauge them and, like, see, are they feeling you? Are they responding well to you? That kind of thing. So, it's kind of hard to be yourself around somebody you barely know. So I think people struggle with that. Now, I went on the internet and I, of course, like the good researcher that I am, I searched why do dates go badly? And this is from a website. I think this is like a dating advice website. It's called attractmorematches.com. And according to this website, they said these are the reasons why dates go bad. So the first one is being inauthentic. The next one was unrealistic expectations. Another one was bad dating patterns, like ignoring red flags, poor communication, like Andy said, oversharing, being distracted, being late, being too negative, being judgmental, and poor body language. How do y'all feel about this list?
Ooh, I could relate to poor body language. That's what I was trying to explain earlier about the second date. I think I just had poor body language, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair. But, like, did it reflect how you felt about that person? Or you were just, like,
honestly,
you just didn't know what to do?
I'm just going to explain the context. Basically, like, whenever I came back from, like, you know, bowling or whatever, I would sit down in front of him, but then I wanted him to like hug me from behind because he did it before.
Right.
But then think about it now, and I'm like, I probably just like sent the wrong message to him. Like, imagine someone sitting in front of you and they just give you your
they're
back.
Just like
very
closed off.
Yeah.
That's what it communicates. I guess. Yeah. I could see that. I mean, were you feeling the guy?
I was.
Okay, and then you just came off like very like closed off.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I was a little shy, nervous.
That's fair. I mean, I feel like that's regular. You know, you were interested in him, that kind of thing. What about you, Andy? How are you feeling about that list?
I feel like it's accurate, especially on the, oversharing part, but also the first appearances part.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's like, there's a lot of things you don't want to give away too much, especially if you're just meeting the person.
Yeah,
like, you want to keep that to yourself until later on, if you know for sure it's legit. And I feel like too the appearances, especially first appearances,
right?
Like you just you gotta ace it, because
first impressions are so important because they stick. That's the thing that sticks the most, Yeah, dude. I think oversharing. Yeah, oversharing is another thing. Like, I don't know, bro. If I'm meeting you for the first time, I should not know your traumas. Not immediately upon first meeting you, within the first 5 minutes of me knowing you. I don't need to know your traumas. Like, we can wait till we get there.
Wouldn't that basically be trauma dumping? Like,
I think so, yeah, because it's like you're just meeting this person. It's just like, yes, I'm traumatized because X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and D. And it's like, I just met you.
Right.
Hi, how are you? My name is. Like, let's wait a little bit before we get to sharing the traumas. I don't know. Maybe when you date and you older, it's just like, okay, you want to like get to it. I understand wanting to like just get to it and like you hate small talk and all that, but there's a way to do that. I feel like there's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it.
Ease your way into it.
And I feel like you shouldn't treat the girl as if she's one of the bros. I feel like.
Elaborate on this.
Like, you just, like, because I've seen that happen with a couple of people that I know, not trying to, expose them, but when you talk to your close friend, like the way that you would, like when you see them out in the park or in the street, you don't use the same, language with like when you're talking to a girl.
Really? Yeah. So how is this different? I'm very interested in this, so please explain.
Like, hey, like, yo, what's up? You fist bump them on the side, or you be a bit too rough on them. Type, you just don't do that.
Right. Okay. What else? Elaborate.
Damn, I think I said too much.
No. I think it's a good point. Like, you don't really know this person like that yet, so you can't be like treating them like how you would your friend because you don't know them like you know your friend.
It's mostly just the rough part. Like, just like don't overextend your physicality towards them. Like, just like how do I not pretend, but like
be gentle.
Be gentle with them. Yeah.
Okay. I like be gentle, but like people that's like shoving their full body weight into a woman they just met
in a playful way. Yeah.
I feel like that's too much. Like just your whole body.
Wait, it depends though. Someone that they knew already, or is it like a stranger that they're meeting?
Like they just met that person and then they've been talking recently for the first 2 weeks.
Okay, so it's like they're kind of familiar, but not very.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't shove your full body weight into a woman you've never known, you've never met like that. Let's come on, y'all. I think this is a cause we can rally behind. Let's not do that. All right. So we talked about this a little bit earlier, but I think now is the time to get into the list of first date locations that are terrible. Apparently, a bunch of women on the internet got together. I think it was like a Facebook post at first, and then I remember seeing it on Twitter. And there is a list, I think it's like 28 spots that you're never ever supposed to take a woman to on a first date. Now, should I read out this list to y'all or... Okay, I'm going to name the places one by one, and y'all can tell me how you feel about the places, okay? So, Cheesecake Factory. This was number 1 on the list, Cheesecake Factory.
I saw that one, and I was like, what's wrong with Cheesecake Factory?
I thought that, too. I was just like, Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I had to get more comfortable. Yeah, I felt the same way about the Cheesecake Factory. I was just like, I don't know what's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. I don't know. What about you, Andy?
I feel like it's a any restaurant, especially for on a first date, is fine. It's reasonable.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
That
sometimes
makes sense to me too.
a lot of people just over expect too much out of the first date.
Okay. The next one is Applebee's.
Also reasonable.
Okay. How do you feel about Applebee's, Stacey?
I don't see anything wrong with Applebee's.
I'm seeing nothing wrong with Applebee's either, but I guess I could see like, oh, it's a cheap spot. You want to go somewhere nice. I guess like I could see that part of it, but other than that, I feel like it's a restaurant. You know, you should like be talking to them if you're meeting them for the first time. So I feel like, yeah, restaurants make sense. Okay.
But even then, Applebee's, they have a nice interior, depending on where you go, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the one in Times Square, it's nice. The
Yeah.
customer service was great.
Makes sense. You went to the Applebee's in the city?
Yeah, it gets packed though.
Really?
Yeah, especially like on December.
Oh, December?
That 35-minute wait time.
Damn. It'd be cold outside. You have to wait outside or inside?
Nah, the thing is that they make you wait inside and you're like packed amongst other people too. You're just
I
waiting
hear
for
that.
your device to like go off.
Oh, they got like a little.
Yeah, same thing with Olive Garden.
Got you. Fair.
Or Red Lobster.
Okay. Chili's. How do you feel about Chili's on a first date?
Is it similar to Applebee's?
I
Yeah.
think it's similar.
Then I don't see a problem with it.
Okay. Andy, same thing?
Yeah, same.
Okay, Chipotle. Are you going to Chipotle on a first date?
No,
Why not?
that's too casual.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do you have anything more to say about that,
I
Andy?
feel like Chipotle is just like your regular McDonald's or Burger King.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
So it just feels like fast food.
Yeah.
No thanks. Okay, what about Olive Garden?
Take me to Olive Garden.
Really? On a first date? You cool with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, Andy?
I feel like you could do better, a little bit better than Olive Garden. I
Okay.
feel like Chili's or even Applebee's.
It's
just
better.
Olive Garden, it's not Italian food.
Okay. So just take somebody to an actual Italian spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. What about the movies?
Not on a date, but to hang out, yeah, sure.
Okay. How about you, Stacey? How do you feel about the movies?
You just reminded me of something, actually.
Okay.
Someone said to me that their teacher told them that the movies is a bad first date idea. And the teacher was a woman as well. But I just want to understand, like, why would it be a bad first date?
To me, I feel very strongly about this. The movies is not a place for first dates. So I think I can answer this for you. For me, somebody wants to take you to the movies, especially on a first date. One, you're watching something. There's a giant screen in front of your face, and you're supposed to be watching something, right? So it's like if you're watching something and you're talking to somebody next to you, it's like, are you having a conversation or are you watching something?
That's true.
So to me, it's just like, I go to the movies, I go there to watch the thing, not to talk to the person next to me the entire time. If I wanted to talk to somebody, I would like watch a movie in my house, you know, and just like talk in my house because it's my house. Another thing, to me, when I hear movie theater on a first date, it's very like, it's a dark place. To me, it gets like very childish, very immature. Like you just trying to do something nasty in the back while it's dark, whatever. Yeah. That's what it communicates to me. It's like, this doesn't feel serious enough for me to want to like take you out somewhere publicly. You know?
Right.
Gives me very immature. Yeah.
Also kind of like that person is trying to hide you, maybe.
Hide you, and also just like they just trying to do something nasty in the back and then go. So to me, it's just like you're not serious at all. Big no from me. Big no. Now, the next thing on this list is your house on the first date. Would you, if you're a man and you invite somebody to your house for the first date, how are y'all feeling about that?
I don't even think that should be even part of the list, to be honest.
Really?
Because I feel like you don't bring a girl to your house until you really 100% sure she's the one.
Okay, so you agree taking somebody to your house is a bad date.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everyone has different intentions. So clearly Andy has like different intentions from other people.
Yeah.
Like
She's saying, ooh, what do you have to say to that, Andy? She's saying you
Damn.
have different intentions.
I'm not saying Andy has bad intentions. It seems like he has good intentions.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
No, it's just like, you know, like, especially for like, I don't know, just the way I was growing up as a Mexican. Like, you don't ever bring a girl to your house unless it's serious.
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
I would understand if it's like 5 months later on, but like you just met the girl and you're trying to bring her in, and it's like it's a no. But now if you're just friends, you know, and she like, let's say she wants to, like, you know, just hang out until like she has to go somewhere else or use the bathroom, then that's perfectly fine.
Right. To me, yeah, you don't bring somebody to your house because, one, like, just thinking about safety as a woman, if somebody's inviting you over to their house the first date, to me it gives you want to kill me. Yes. You want me dead. That's what that communicates to me. Also, I barely know you. You don't think I'm gonna rob you? That's another thing. It's just like, what if I leave here with something? I see a nice lamp. I might just take it. I might see
snatch the whole lamp.
A lamp, a table decoration. Like, how do you know I'm not gonna steal from you? You know? So it's just like, I don't know. Bringing somebody to your house, I feel like that's no.
For me,
big no.
To bring somebody to my house, or like for somebody to invite me to their house, it's a no either way. For reasons such as like what you just mentioned, like safety reasons, but also like what I mentioned earlier, like what are your intentions? Because I'm not about to go to your house and do
the nasty at your house.
At your house on a first date. No.
Yeah, I barely know you.
I wouldn't even consider that as a first date.
Yeah.
So that's a big no.
I barely know you. Again, why do you want me? No, big no. Okay, any fast food chain. I think it makes sense for it to not be a first date.
Yeah. At
a fast food chain. Makes sense to me. But then they listed like a bunch of restaurants on this list. Trying to find something that's not a restaurant, but whatever. We'll just keep going down the list. So Buffalo Wild Wings, another restaurant chain. Would you go on a first date there?
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards no.
I'm leaning towards no as well, because to me it just gives me like, I've been inside one and like gotten food and left. But to me, it just gives, like, sports bar vibe. And that's just not my vibe. So, I would say no. How do you feel about that, Andy?
Yeah, same. It's just, like, it's more of, like, a sports bar type-ish.
That's fair. Okay, and Wingstop. I've never been to Wingstop, so I can't. I feel like, I don't know. The answer's probably going to be no.
Yeah, same.
Wingstop? I'm going to say no. I've never been there either.
Okay. Red Lobster.
Ooh, I love Red Lobster, so that's a yes.
Okay. Yep. I like seafood, so, you know, I love a good seafood spot. Seafood boil. I love a good seafood boil. But, yeah. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those that you should, like, there's no problem with taking them.
Fair. Okay. A buffet. You should take somebody out to a buffet.
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
I would go to a buffet too. When I saw this on the list, I was just like, damn, why is this on the list? I would go and eat the hell out of a buffet. You know, I love me a good buffet.
And
who doesn't?
Fed more than, like,
exactly. You eat a whole lot more. You leave and you're actually full. Like, I get it. What about IHOP for a first date?
No.
What's making you say no?
Some of these things on the list I feel like are things that I would do with someone, like, if we're further in, but as a first date, no.
Fair. Yeah. Fair point. Okay. Denny's. A lot of these are just like restaurant places. I don't know why so many of them are restaurants, but yeah. I've never been, so I can't say.
Denny's is similar to IHOP, right, Andy? Have you been there?
Yeah, sort of. Same thing with like DQ. Sort of similar.
Fair. Okay, another one. The gym. Would you take somebody to the gym on their first date?
On the gym? Nah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a no. Big no. Like, have some sense. No. What are you even doing if it is a first date at the gym? Like, I really do want to know. What would you even do? Y'all are working out together? Like, is that what it is? I don't know.
I wouldn't consider that a date at all. Whether it's like first, second, third.
Exactly. I feel like it's a big no. Okay, the next one is church. Would you bring somebody to church on the first date?
Nah, church is crazy.
Church is mad crazy.
Get to know what
Why
their
would
spirit
you
is
even
like.
know? Why would you even attempt that?
Don't get me wrong, though. It does happen. Like, I respect that.
But not The first one? You don't even know what religion the girl is, and you're trying to bring her to the church? Stop it. No, not the first one. Definitely not the first one. Starbucks. Do you feel like going to Starbucks is a date?
I wouldn't even consider that as a date.
It's very casual, right?
Very casual.
Yeah.
Like a stop for like a 20-minute conversation, and then you just leave.
Yeah, makes sense. Also, I'm not going to Starbucks because we are boycotting them. They're on the BDS list. And this podcast, well, me, I'm going to speak for me. I support a free Palestine. So we're not going to Starbucks no more. Y'all heard it here first. Anyways, not the point. Okay, coffee dates. I feel like that's similar to Starbucks. What about ice cream dates? Would you go for ice cream on a first date?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be part of the date, to be honest.
Yeah, like you eat at a place and then get dessert after.
Whether
somewhere
it's
else.
Carvel or DQ.
Yeah, something like that, definitely. Okay, family function. Would you bring somebody to a family function for the first date?
No.
I can't let you meet my family on the first date.
I barely know you.
Right.
No, don't do that. And like, you make people uncomfortable like that. They think it's way more serious.
That's a lot of pressure on one person.
It really is. Okay, a movie night with a streaming service like Netflix, Hulu. You watch a movie on there.
Similar to like going to the theaters.
So you feel like it's a no? That's not a first date?
That's more for like later on.
Okay.
Not like on the first date.
That's fair. I mean, to be fair, I've done this over like Zoom or like Discord or whatever, and it's not that bad. It's just like you're hanging out and you're watching a movie. So, you know, it's not that bad. I would do it over Zoom, not in real life, because that, like, going to somebody's house to watch, again, going back to the going to somebody's house thing, big no for me. Big no. But yeah, okay. The next one is somewhere that is a long drive away.
I was going to say yes because I like long drives, but then I'm like, on a first date, no.
Yeah.
Further in, yes.
Yes, I hear that. You gotta trust somebody for them to be able to take you
Right.
like an hour away.
I would get paranoid and think they're going to kidnap me or something.
Me too.
So.
Me too. 100%. All right. Bowling. Would you go to bowling on a first date?
Yeah. Bowling I think is reasonable.
I don't know if bowling. I feel like bowling is like a group activity. Like I said this earlier, but I don't know if you go one-on-one.
I'd consider it as like it's part of the date, but not like the whole date.
Interesting. Okay. That's fair. I feel like, yeah, I've said my piece on bowling. Do you have anything to contribute?
Would I go bowling again? Yeah.
As a date, but as the first one?
As the first one, maybe not. I'm unsure about it.
That's fair. Okay. Nightclubs.
No.
No.
Y'all would never catch me at a nightclub, so that's a no for me too. Okay, a hookah bar.
No.
Nah.
No for me too. A bar.
Not even.
Nope.
No, big no. Okay, Waffle House.
What is that?
It's like you know.
It's
like,
kind of like IHOP, but a lot more ghetto. Like a lot more ghetto.
Then it's a no.
What about you, Andy? You going to Waffle House on the first date?
Nah, I don't think so.
I feel like if there's like no other option, like nothing else is open, like last resort, maybe. Even then, that's a maybe because it's like, I don't know, man. Waffle Houses be ghetto, so I don't know. All right, and last one, sporting events. Would you take somebody to a sporting event on the first date?
Like to go see a football game or basketball game?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
To me, I feel like if you're really into the sport, I don't think you should because, like, again, same thing with the movie. It's like, are you watching the movie or the game or are you trying to get to know somebody?
Right.
I don't think that's the ideal space to get to know somebody. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they both like the same sport and they're down for it. Why not? They have a conversation. They got chips and stuff. I mean, now I would recommend buying your food and drinks outside and then smuggle them in because at those stadiums it'd be expensive as hell.
It do be expensive as hell. But you would go to a sporting event on a first date.
Yeah, hell yeah, why not?
But what if the girl is not a fan?
Or if she's not a fan, then we have to think of something else.
Okay, but if the girl's a fan, you would definitely do it. Okay. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got to close out the show. But it's been very, very real. Thank you to everybody who contributed on the topic of bad dates, to the Rampagers, Rampage family, Rampagees. I don't know what to call y'all, but shout out to everybody who contributed. We appreciate y'all. And, of course, follow us on Instagram to keep up with us, the Rampage at WBCR. And, yeah, follow us on Instagram. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.